Hey everyone, this is Coach Matt over here at Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about Olympic lifting. Now there's no question, Olympic lifting is one of the best ways to improve explosiveness and develop explosive power for track and field athletes. We're not just talking about throwers, we're talking about sprinters and jumpers as well. Olympic lifting is going to allow you to produce and generate a ton of power with the lower body, with the hips, and to create a lot more explosion when you are going through your track and field events. The issue that we run into, and the issue now, granted, I'm a big Olympic lifting fan, but the issue that you run into, especially at the high school level, is time. It takes a lot of time to teach somebody proper Olympic lifting form. So much so that a lot of times athletes and coaches sacrifice using the correct amount of weight so that they can work on form and technique. Now, in a very short track and field season, here in New England you have your indoor track season, which is only about 14 or 15 weeks long. You've got your outdoor track season, which is normally only about 13 or 14 weeks long. So, in that time, if you have somebody who's brand new, you can't take 4 or 5 weeks to teach them proper Olympic lifting technique using a barbell, because quite frankly, you don't have the time. When they get done practicing their events, when they get done with any of their medicine ball and their explosive movements and their specific strength out in the circle or on the track, you usually only have maybe 45 minutes a day, 2 days a week to get them in the weight room, get them stronger, get them more powerful so that they can get better at their events. So with that being said, what do you do? As an Olympic lifting fan and somebody who really loves using the Olympic lifts to generate a lot of power, a lot of explosiveness, what can you do with a large group of athletes if, number one, you don't have the space to use the bar, if you don't have the time or the technique or the experience to teach the Olympic lifts to a lot of younger athletes? What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you 3 of my most favorite explosive movements that you can do using just common everyday stuff like barbells and dumbbells. And the first one is a dumbbell clean and press. Now, dumbbell clean and press I've been doing most of my athletic career. Starting back 18 or so years ago when I was a freshman in high school, we learned the dumbbell clean and press because, just like I'm saying here, we had a huge track and field team, a huge amount of throwers, and we did not have the space in the weight room for everybody to use a bar. It just wasn't safe, and we didn't have the time. So what we did was the clean and press. Now, when you do clean and press, you have to use the right weight for the job. Don't pick up a 25-pound dumbbell and just go through the motions. Pick a weight that's heavy enough where you have to use the right muscles and you can feel the right muscles working in order to get the movement done correctly. So what we do, I have here a 60-pound dumbbell. Typically what I'll want to see is anywhere in the 4 to 6 rep range. So again, don't pick a weight that you can do 20 times and only do it 4 to 6 times. You want to pick a weight that you can get about 6 or 7 times easily and do it about 4 to 6. Make it snappy, make it explosive. So first movement, you're going to dip back. You're going to hinge your hips backwards, dip, and you're going to explode up to the shoulder. Okay, so we're getting extension with the ankles, extension with the knee, extension with the hip, and with the lower back. I'll turn to the side so you can see that better. From here, we're going to dip again, and explode and push overhead. You want to think about exploding with the legs just like a throw and throwing this dumbbell right through the ceiling. Let me show you from the side. So from the side, what you'll see, as we dip, we hinge our hips backwards just like the beginning portion of a squat. We hinge back, we explode up, so we get extension with the ankles, with the knee, with the hip and the lower back. We dip again and explode and throw that weight right through the ceiling. Now, from the clean and press, which is, in my opinion, the easiest one to teach, again, working on that explosive, quick movement, just like the Olympic lifts, we have the dumbbell snatch. Now, the snatch, similar to a clean and press, we're going to dip down, and in one movement, we're going to explode up, get the extension with the ankle, knee, hip, and lower back, explode up. We're going to lead by raising the elbow. almost like we're doing an upright row. Lead, explode up with that elbow, and finish with the dumbbell overhead. Again, much easier than teaching a snatch with the Olympic bar, and you can teach this in just a day or so. So we're going to start. Again, right tool for the job. You might want to go a little bit lighter than what you can clean and press to start off with, but you want to take a weight that you can do about 7 or 8 times. Move it explosively, anywhere from the 4 to 6 rep range. So we're going to dip and explode straight up. Let me show you from the side. Just like the clean and press, we're going to dip, but instead we're going to explode with our legs, lead with the elbow, and finish with the dumbbell overhead. Show you again. Now, the other exercise that I want to show you today is a push press. Now, for the push press, you do want to use a bar, but you can also use 2 kettlebells or 2 dumbbells, 1 in each hand, working again, dipping and exploding with the legs, finishing with the bar overhead. So what I'll do, grab the bar. You want to take a grip. It's a little bit wider than your hips. I don't like to go too much wider than the hips. Some people will take it out here. I just think that's not healthy for the shoulders. I like to take not quite a thumb away, but just on the outside of the hips. You're going to take it out of the rack. You're not going to clean it up. You're going to take it out of the rack. You're going to hold your body tight. So my stomach is tight, my glutes are tight. I've got a little bit, my knees are unlocked, so I've got a little bit of bounce going on here. From here, what we're going to do, we're going to dip our legs down, just like we did for the clean, just like we did for the snatch. Dip, we're going to explode, extend with the legs, and we're going to forcefully push that barbell overhead. So it looks like this. We're going to go down, explode, finish overhead. Down, explode, finish overhead. Now again, you want to use the right weight for the job. Empty bar is not going to do it. If you can normally, say, strict press, maybe a 25-pound plate on each side or a 10-pound plate on each side, try to go a little bit heavier, use those legs, throw it overhead. Again, we're looking for low reps, anywhere in the 4 to 6 rep range. You don't want to turn this into, anywhere in the 8 to 10 rep range. You don't want to do this for a long period of time where you're knocking out 14 to 15 reps with lighter weight. You want to be explosive, quick, for only a short amount of reps, maybe 4 to 6. So to show you from the side, the weight is up, you took it out of the rack, and when we explode up, we're going to dip, explode, and make sure, see how I can look at the camera, you're finishing with the bar behind the head. You're not finishing in an incline press position. The bar is up and the bar is over the head. So we're going to dip back, we're going to explode and push straight up overhead. So there's a couple of variations for you. If you don't have the time, like most track and field coaches, if you don't have the amount of bars like most track and field coaches, and if you don't have the space like a lot of track and field coaches, you want to start to implement Olympic lifting movements, explosive movements, using your entire body, but with dumbbells or kettlebells or bars. It's a great way. They're very easy to teach. Instead, if you don't have the time to teach the Olympic lifts with the 45-pound bar, you can certainly teach the similar movement using a dumbbell. It's very easy. You can get a lot of work done in a short amount of time, and your athletes will still see a huge benefit. Guys, it's Coach Matt over at Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Make sure you go to Primal, sign up for our free newsletter. We're sending out good tidbits of info like this every single Sunday. Hope to see you guys signing up, and look for that newsletter from me next Sunday.